Brothers and sisters, I want you to know that you are the power source. Everything in this life, everything in this world, everything that we see, everything that we interact with, everything that we're going to interact with, everything that we have interacted with, comes from us, comes through us. Is determined to be good or bad by us. You understand what that means? That means that you are the common denominator in your life. You are the common denominator. Now, I say that, believe it or not, with no ego. I say that not in an egoic way, because it's easy. Excuse me, I'm a little. I just finished working out a little while ago. Just did a bunch of push-ups before I came on here, so I'm just getting my breath back. Excuse that. Try not to hold it against me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, not in an egoic way, because the ego's attempt to hold on to power, to validate itself, will be that you are the common denominator because you're special, because you're better than everybody else, because of XYZ reason, whatever. It's irrelevant, it doesn't matter. If you believe that, then you will still be a slave to the ego. You'll just dress it up as spirituality, which is what a lot of people do these days. I'm sure I've been guilty of it a time or two as well. But that's not the answer. The answer, of course, is to recognize that you are the common denominator in a sense of pure awareness, as in your pure conscious awareness that only you can experience, that only you have. I don't know what your awareness is. You don't know what my awareness is, etc., etc. That's not how that works. We can still form connections. We can still form bonds, but our awareness belongs to ourselves. We have that sovereignty. We have that sovereignty no matter what. It's just about whether we choose to acknowledge, claim, and understand that. That's my 2 cents anyway. That's what I mean when I say you are the common denominator. That's really the crux of the issue. And since you're the common denominator, right? Since you're the common denominator, you can understand and determine what is good or bad in your life. So something that maybe the old you would have looked at as a rejection, you can see as, oh, actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. In fact, it's not even rejection at all. It's just an opportunity. It was just an experience that happened. Whether you choose to acknowledge that as rejection or not, and let that limit you, or let that think that you're a failure, or whatever kind of pity you want to engage in, that's on you. That's up to you. You have that decision. That's your prerogative. You can also say, you know what? I tried. I own my decision. I don't regret my decision. It felt right in the moment, right? I'm not justifying anything. I'm just saying, as an example, it felt like the natural course of action in that present moment. I took the action, and I don't regret it. And you can just move forward. And you never know. There could be another opportunity that comes because of that. There always is, but it could just be directly related to that opportunity, or tangentially related, or not related at all. Again, your perception of that will determine what it really is to you. And since we are the source of power, we have to also be cognizant and aware when we're giving that power away. When we recognize that we're looking at, again, at outside things, things outside of ourselves, things outside of our own souls to fulfill us. I will continue to beat this point. I'll continue to hammer this nail because I need to get into my head as much as you all have to get into yours. We have to, every single time, at every opportunity, be able to pause, reflect, and say, what am I viewing this as right now? What am I looking at this as? Am I looking at it as just a pure experience? I can just engage in it and be in the present moments and go from there? Or am I looking at it as some object of fulfillment, some catharsis that I have to reach in order to be complete or in order to be whole? How am I viewing this right now? And to be able to ask ourselves that question, and to actually answer it, I believe is a game changer in how we live our life and how we see ourselves as we live our life. you'll find that you take ownership of a bit more things when you recognize that you were the owner of everything anyway. Okay? I'm going to say that again. You find that you take a bit more ownership of things when you recognize that you were the owner of everything anyway. It all came from your awareness. It was your perception of it that gave it that meaning. To be able to go back to an event or a place or even a person in the past that caused you a lot of pain, and to be able to stand with your shoulders back and your eyes locked, right? Your eyes dead ahead, and to actually look at it and see it for what it is, and recognize that it no longer has any power over you, and it never had any power over you to begin with. Now you just know that. Now you move with that knowledge. You move with that wisdom, really. And what did Christ say? He said that wisdom is known by her children. We are the children of wisdom. Brothers and sisters, we are the children of wisdom. We have to move in that way. Obviously, that's easier said than done, but it can be done. It's been done throughout the ages, across cultures, across peoples, across borders. Since time immemorial, before time, it's been done. If it can be done once, it can be done again. It's been done once, twice, 3 times, etc., etc., etc. The question isn't, can it be done? The question is, can we realize it within our own self? Can we realize it in our own minds? That is a question. And I believe the answer is directly synonymous with the effort that you are willing to put into understanding it. I know that can seem a bit tangled, maybe paradoxical, but paradoxes are fun. Right? Some might say that the symbol of nature is a circle. Some have said that. I can't remember who, the name escapes me right now. But I'm just full of quotes, I love quotes. Sometimes I just can never remember where they come from. But just remember the words. Because at the end of the day, we have to recognize our own role in our life and act accordingly with that and from that. We can't apologize for that. We have to own that. That's on us. That comes along with our sovereignty. That's just the way it is. It's the way God made it. No use in complaining. I believe it's a gift if we let it be, honestly. It can also be a curse. I've experienced both. Depends on, again, how we interpret it and how we navigate that. I just want to come on here and say that, brothers and sisters, because it popped in my head last night, and I was pondering it, and I was relating it to a situation that I experienced recently, that the old me would have interpreted as rejection. And obviously, nobody likes to get rejected. I'm not going to sit here and posture act disingenuous. But I realized once I thought about it a bit more, it wasn't rejection at all. The only way it could even be considered to be rejection is because I thought I needed the outcome to be a specific way. I thought I needed the situation to turn out in the way I perceived that it would. Excuse me. I thought I needed the situation to turn out in a way that I would have perceived it to be acceptance or a victory. Right? I thought I needed to control it, and then if it came out this particular way, boom, then it was a success. Fantastic way to become neurotic. That's absolutely not the answer in any way, shape, or form. You're supposed to just live. Okay? You're supposed to just exist in the present moment, and things happen. So it wasn't a rejection at all. I did what I thought was natural in the moment, and the situation played out. I still consider it to be a win, actually, because I was in the present, and I did what came natural and what felt organic at the time. I don't regret it at all. If given the opportunity, I'd probably do it again. And the fact that I could say that gave me a level of peace. It let me say, you know what? I was just way too in my head right now. I was overthinking to the max, bro. This is crazy. It wasn't rejection at all. It's all good, man. You know? It's all good. It's all good, man. I love that show. Nonetheless, before I completely detract from what this video is supposed to be about. We have to recognize our own role in our life. We have to recognize that we, you, us, are the source of power in our own minds, in our own for our own selves, and by our own awareness. I think if we can do that, and we can live from that perspective, we can analyze and apply that wisdom to the situations that we encounter in this life. I believe that we will not only live a life that is authentic for our own individuality, but we will be able to achieve a modicum, at the very least, a modicum of inner peace, not having to constantly see ourselves as lacking or incomplete or inferior in some way, which, of course, is a lie from the pit of hell. That's just not true at all. We're sons and daughters of the Most High. We got to conduct ourselves as such. And that's, brothers and sisters, I believe, to be straight facts. I encourage each and every one of you to believe the same. Obviously, with the caveat that you have to apply it to your own life and to your own individuality as well. Viewer discretion is advised. I like coming on here talking to you. It's relaxing in more than one way. Thanks for that, I guess. God bless each and every one of you. And as always, you know I was going to say it. Remember who it is that you are. And live with that wisdom.